Yeah, it's the committee. It's your boy DeDaProblem from East Atlanta, man. You already know I'm checking in with industry's most wanted podcast. It's going all the way up. Let's get it, TCE.
I don't give a fuck what you say, I'ma eat by any means. I be hanging around some killer bosses and some big OGs. They was playing on your caught up in some shit they don't even mean. Boy, you better start to act, the shit out here is not a game. I don't give a fuck what you say, I'ma eat by any means. I be hanging around some killer bosses and some big OGs.
Hey, what's going on, man? It's your girl, TampaMystic, and we are live on the industry's most wanted podcast.
Yeah.
Podcast.
Yeah.
Boom. East Atlanta in the building.
Yes,
DeDaProblem. What's going on, man? It's
Committee.
long overdue, bro.
Yes. It's a blessing to be here,
Facts, man. Give me some love first and foremost. Boom. Transfer that good energy, positive vibes. All that. But, thank you again for being here. This is super long overdue. I'm excited to dive in and let everybody know what you got going on. But you do more than just an artist. You got a lot of stuff that you got going on. So go ahead and break that down for us.
I started, when I was an independent artist, I really wasn't at the level I was at now. So it started with me like building my own studio, just trying to figure a lot of stuff out. So along the way, I made a lot of connections, learned a lot of stuff. So I try to give back to other independent artists. I found that I don't know if you would call it managing, artist development, really what it is, but it's just, that's kind of like a passion of mine. I like to see if an artist want to learn the business. I'm like, like I said, I'm an open book. I'll show it to you, because most of the stuff that we want to learn is right in front of us. We just don't take the time to do it. So I try to, the artists that's serious, I just try to give them a help, because I know going through that independent stage, you have them the precious moment, like, am I doing what I'm supposed to do? I don't feel like I'm making no leeway. So I know going to major production sets, meeting some of your favorite artists, being around that stuff can keep your flair alive. So
absolutely,
that's where my passion from it came from, just trying to help artists move around and just do what they like, just keep the love for their passion. You know what I'm saying?
I love that, man. And thank you for doing that, because I really think, I've been in this industry a long time like you have as well. I think the artist development is like out the window. Nobody's doing it anymore.
And that's why the music ain't where it's at.
Man, bro, that's, we celebrated 50 years of hip hop this year, right?
Facts.
However, hip hop is on a 40% decline this year as far as streaming and sales and stuff. And it's because, like you said, there's no artist development. So thank you for providing that to people. Is that something like, if an artist is interested, a service that you offer that they could pay you, and you put something together for them?
Yeah, I'm actually, shout out to V Jones Management. I'm linked up with her, and then the president of the label I'm signed to, the Comedian T-Scrap label. Chew Your Champagne, Chew Your Dig. He also my manager.
Okay.
I'm trying to link with them to actually figure out the logistics of it so I can make it. But from right now, it's just like I said, I link with the artist, and it's like a pay to play type thing.
Yeah.
You tell me you want to move around. I ask you what's realistically your budget, what you think you can do, and I break down what I think I could do for you, so you can get the real time. You can get your results right then. You ain't got to pay me and then you wait for something to happen and then the money gone or something like that. So I it's like a real time thing with me. I'm not into no contracts or nothing right now. I just know I move around a lot. So it takes, to me, 95% of everything is showing up. You never know what could happen if you wasn't there. So if you just can get there and be around, you might come for music, something else might happen. Somebody might want your look for a cameo or a movie or something. So I just try to give people opportunities to be seen.
Yeah.
And like I said, I'm not in it to break nobody. So I mean, if I need $20, I might just say, hey, just give me $20. I don't really know, because I go really off, the vibes, the feeling. I'm not, like I said, I ain't in it to, all money ain't good money.
No, you're right.
I've been doing it a long time, so I made money a lot of different ways. I'm really in it for I want to say I'm different. I want to be able to stand on good business. I do what I do. And as long as I've been doing it, at least with scrap, for I know the last 3 to 5 years, anybody you encounter when you say my name, it's been great. Yeah. I'm a stand-up guy. So
face card good.
Yeah, that's more than any dollar amount to me. So that's really all I'm doing is good business. If you don't do good business, I don't care about the amount. Like, I don't want that energy. So it's just,
absolutely. That's what my OG, Big is my best friend and my business partner for 12 years now, right? Shout out to the biggest OG. But he told me that early on. All money's not good money. He said you cannot associate yourself and your brand with everybody because they could tear you down.
Facts.
That's why my circle's so small at this point, because
Facts.
I've had to eliminate people, and it's nothing personal. It's just business. You know what I'm saying? It's a business decision, but that's really dope that you out here offering that. And I'm kind of like you. I operate like I don't do contracts. People ask me, can I sign a no, I don't do contracts. I pay per service.
Yeah, exactly.
Because I don't want to be obligated to nobody.
Yeah, exactly. We can do it right. You're gonna get what you need to get right then and there soon. It's an even exchange. There won't be no lingering. I owe you this, you owe me that. That's how we just keep it clear and cut.
Absolutely, because most people today want that instant gratification.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't sell dreams. I can't make you pop. I can't make Scrap sign you. I can't make nobody do anything. Like I said, 95% of it is showing up. All I can do is give an opportunity.
100%. I agree. Same thing with me. People be like, "Oh, what's up with TIG?" I'm like, bruh, you gotta, like Bigger always says, a buzz is like pregnancy. It's gonna show. If you got a buzz, people gonna see it, they'll come to you.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So that's dope. Let's take it back though, because I want people to really understand your journey. That's important. You grew up in East Atlanta?
Yes.
What part exactly?
I grew up in East Atlanta and the East Side. I'm a whole East person.
Yeah.
But Boulder Crest, Kirkwood, Glenwood, all over the East. I went to all the schools because I don't know if bad was the word, but I had to go to alternative schools. So yeah, I mean that's where I'm from. Like
listen, you was being a boy. That's what boys do. That's what girls do when we little. We do all the fumbling then. That way, as in our adulthood, we can move on a good path. Hopefully, what was it like for you growing up on the East Side?
It was way different than it is now. Like we walked a lot, rode bikes. You know what I'm saying?
I love it.
It was more cliques, you know what I'm saying? We really, gangs been around forever, but it was more like the size, like your apartments or people you was with every day, just your side, and we stayed on that side. I say I'm an East Side person because Atlanta is very mixed now. Like West Side used to stay on the West Side. You knew who was from where.
Right.
Like East Side person go on the West Side, they know you're not from over there, and you're gonna be a little fight or something. But like I said, the city. I feel like the city just changed to what they see on social media. Like Atlanta was different. That's why everybody wanted to come out here with Southern hospitality, your neighbors. People used to leave their doors open with the music playing.
Yeah.
It just used to be different. So, I mean, I grew up in a different time, and I feel like the city was different. We was where everybody wanted to be. Now it's like it's the same where everybody want to be, but not for the same reasons.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
I miss that type of stuff though. That type of era. Like, cause I'm slick, consider myself an OG too. I used to come out here for Freaknik back in the 90s.
Facts.
I got to experience the real Freaknik, and that's what made me fall in love with this city. I love the culture.
Facts.
Like you said, that Southern hospitality. And I told myself back then, I'm talking like, it was like 96, 95, 96. I said, I'm going to live there one day because I fell in love with everything about the city, and it has absolutely changed a lot. What would you say is the most positive change that you've seen in Atlanta since growing up here?
The most positive change I've seen is the Black excellence.
Yeah.
It's a lot of more Black owned businesses.
Yes, love it.
A lot of more Black realtors. People are buying up properties. And so I would definitely say that's a plus. It's a lot of giving back to the community.
Yeah.
It's not seen a lot, but I stay tapped in with a lot of people. A lot of people, shout out to everybody who has came from Atlanta and they still give back. They don't just do it for the cameras. Like I know a lot of people who they're definitely for the community. They try to make sure they people straight. So that's definitely Atlanta's blessed on that. You know what I'm saying? We have a lot of people that came from the city and still they didn't leave it behind. So
absolutely.
I definitely appreciate that.
I think that's important. People, even if they're not from here but they live here now, it's important to give back.
Facts.
Do toy drives, or it's cold now. People need blankets and coats and shoes. Like that type of stuff is important. And they ain't always got to document it. Just go do it. You know what I'm saying? Because you genuinely want to do it, not because you want to get clout from it. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, people don't always see it. And I love that because it's just you're doing it from the heart. That's what it's about. Now, let's flip to the other side. Is there anything that you've seen change in the city over the years that if you could revert it back, you would?
Yeah, the guns.
Yes. Talk about it.
We used to fight.
Yeah.
Everybody used to go home. I mean, you used to might get jumped by 10 people, but you still was going home. But yeah, man, the violence. I don't know. Like, think it got something to do with the music, but yeah, just we was players, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It just we was where they was coming to get the sauce, the messages, and the music, and now I said just a lot of darkness going on. So
Absolutely,
I think they got to do with like. It's the guns, man. They change the energy, you know, when you got that steel in your hand. So
absolutely, I think, in my opinion, I think a lot of it has to do with social media.
Facts.
People are afraid to get seen getting beat up on social media, so they pull out a gun and shoot somebody instead.
Facts.
Which is like, it don't make you a sucker to walk away.
Facts.
It makes you live another day. Like Pop said in Friday, you know, put up your dukes. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't pull out them guns. And I'm a big advocate for that. I talk about that a lot on my podcast. You know, how important is it to you, and what are you doing? What is DeDaProblem doing to change that narrative?
What I'm doing is, I know I teach my kids gun safety
Yeah.
with our guns. I mean, I'm a gun person. I like
Of course,
guns, you know
to
what I'm
protect
saying?
yourself.
Yeah, it's just like, I mean, and just like boxing or something, it's a stress reliever if you want to go to the range.
Yeah.
But I feel like people should know what they're doing.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? I just like teaching knowledge. Like, why are you doing it? I was out when the protest was going on. I went out there, and I wasn't necessarily on no side, but I was just trying to stop the division.
Yeah.
Like, people out there, you bucking on the cops for no reasons, and they don't know. They trying to do a job.
Yes.
And it's just the escalation that could come from that. It's just like, why? If the whole point is to bring acknowledgement to a wrongful death, why try to add more onto the toll?
Yes.
So I just try to preach from a standpoint of, I am the same dudes that people be trying to say they are. I done did it all. You know what I'm saying? The only thing that made me different, I didn't get caught for a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
You know
You
what
was
I'm saying?
slick.
So yeah, but that's what I'm saying. I feel like a lot of people, they say people don't make it out, but people do.
They do.
You know what I'm saying? And that's why they just don't want to listen to the people who make it out, because like y'all said, y'all think we something else, but we telling you from experience, it's like, it ain't worth it.
No.
When you realize you get them second chances and stuff, life ain't a game. You don't get to restart. You don't get to, you can live multiple lives. You can wake up poor, go to sleep, wake up, put some work in, your whole life can change.
Yes.
A miracle could happen. You can hit a lottery. You can live multiple lives, but you only live one.
That's right.
So it's no restarting. So it's like, you just got to cherish it. And I try to preach the message that it's not a joke. Take the time to see what you want out of life and get it. We're actually here for a purpose. That's a deeper conversation. Humans don't know what our purpose is. So that's another topic that we'll talk about later, but my thing is, find your purpose and live for you. Like, you're gonna wake up and realize, like, it went by so fast, and what did you do for your life? And then I feel like once you find my purpose, I found joy in giving.
Yes.
So I protect my energy because I know I'm a giver, but I like to give because to me, the more I gave, the farther I go.
Yeah.
When I give freely and my intent isn't corrupt, or I don't have no ulterior motive, it's just laid out for me. That's why I be telling people. I think I seen Tyrese said or something. I don't be knowing what's going on.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I just have the faith. I do the work and I walk it. So I just try to preach the message of, try to find you. Don't, like you said, social media, all that. Really try to find the inner you, your peace, and live with that. And I promise you, the people who need to be around you gonna be around. The money that you supposed to have gonna come.
No, for real.
Yeah, it's all gonna happen.
Absolutely. You know, and it's ironic because I ask almost every person that sits across from me what their purpose is. And surprisingly, some of them don't really have an answer for me, because I don't think they ever think about it, like you said.
Facts.
And it's important that people figure that out, because we all have a gift. Some of us multiple gifts.
Facts.
And we're all here for a reason. Like, we just got to know what our purpose is and walk in that, live that purpose.
Facts.
Most definitely. How many kids do you have?
I got 4.
So let's talk about it real quick. What's their ages, if you don't mind sharing?
My son is 13.
You have a 13-year-old?
Yeah, my daughter.
Okay.
Yeah, my daughter 11. My middle son, he's 5, and my youngest is 4.
Okay. 13 years ago, your son was born.
Yes.
How did that change your life?
Man, it was the best thing that ever happened.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like I said, I was wild. You know, that was my purpose to realize, to find a purpose. You know what I'm saying? I thought I had it figured out. I thought I just wanted to be dude who make the money. You know, do this, do that, but. I just kept looking at him, and I'm like, what is he looking up to? Like,
It's bigger than you.
Yeah, I'm like, what are you leaving for? Like, what's he gonna want? Be walking around with guns, smoke? Like, what blueprint are you leaving for him? So
absolutely,
it just irked at me every day, and I was like, nah, I definitely gotta figure this out.
It's life changing. Absolutely. Because at the end of the day, we want our kids to grow up and do better than us.
Facts.
Period. I only have one, but I always, that was something important to me. I kept him involved in sports because I wanted him to grow up and not be a statistic. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's important to me. Were you into sports or anything when you were little?
Yeah, like you said, it was, it's not really, I wasn't really into them. I was into being accepted. I've always wanted to be a part of a team. So, but I had ADHD, so my mama used to just keep me busy. But I'm a good team player, so I really, like I said, I went into it, and I wasn't bad at them. But it's just what I was there for was the people, not really the sport. So it's like I played a lot. I did track, wrestling, football.
Oh wow!
Yeah, I always supported the girls' basketball team.
Yeah,
so I did a lot. I did a lot of stuff.
That is really, really dope. How does being a team player help you with what you're doing now?
I mean, I feel like if you can't play on the team, you can't play. There ain't really too many solo sports. Ain't too much things you can do alone.
Yeah,
you wasn't even born alone. It took a person to birth you. Then it took multiple people to help.
Yes.
It takes a village for everything.
Takes a village. That's facts.
That's where it starts. It's like, to me, being the biggest team player is the biggest skill because the boss was the hardest worker. You know what I'm saying? And the MVP to me on the team, even if it turns out it looks like it's the best player on the team, it won't really have nothing with. They do what others want. Yeah. You see skill and you just see like, oh, they just get favoritism or not, but you're not seeing when everybody else want to go home and enjoy that. They not. They put in the extra time. Yes. When it's problems, they're finding solutions. When it's no problems, they're looking for problems that can come, and they're staying ahead. They know how to pivot. They know how to keep the team from stressing. They know all the team quirks. They know this person might show up late, so hey, let's make this play like this so he might not get in trouble by coach. They don't know the chess pieces that they move, so it's like that being a team player is the most powerful thing because when you're a team player, it's like you know the game. Yeah. You're looking at the whole game. You're not looking at your position.
That's right. Exactly.
A lot of people just play for them, and they're just looking at that one position. And you're a team player, when you get deep into playing for a team, now you're looking at the coach position. Right. How can I help coach out too? Yeah. You're looking at the water boy position. Like you start looking from multiple size, and it get bigger and bigger.
Absolutely. You got to be okay with playing every position if you have to.
Yeah, if you want to be a boss, for sure.
For sure, most definitely. And going further into what you were saying, being proactive rather than being reactive. Yeah. That's how we should live life with every scenario, is being proactive, because it can prevent you from being in a bad situation.
Proper preparation prevents poor performance.
Period. Why music? Like, when did that become a passion for you, or has it always been with you since, you were little?
Yeah, it's been with me since I was little. Shout out to my pops.
He was involved in music?
Yeah, listen to it, sold CDs and stuff like that. Like I said, it was just part of the culture, the community. But rapping, I was just, when I heard hip hop, 8 Ball, MJG, Tupac, all that, it's just the artistic expression of it, you know what I'm saying? Like painting with words. It spoke to me. And I used to freestyle a lot. We used to beat on the desk at school and stuff. Yeah. I'm actually, like, I used to record on 8 tracks, you know what I'm saying? Flip the tapes back and forth. And so I was able to experience that. So it's like music it's just a different type of motivation for me. It's like, I feel it just deep inside me. So it's always been, and like I said, it's just the music. I make music. I love making music. I don't think I ever stop, but like I said, once I got around it, it's the whole aspect of it. Music drives people, so I wouldn't want to not help artists get out because I can't get out. Right. And that's why I say I like just working, because if I see something, I'm like, man, this person got a message. It was like literally, I know it could touch millions in the world. I want to help get that message out.
Absolutely, yeah. In order for you to be a boss, you have to be okay with putting other people in a position to level up and be a boss.
Facts.
Slick, you know what I'm saying? And that's going to lead into what I want to talk about now. You're working with Scrappy. You're actually signed to his label.
Yes.
He's a boss.
Yes, definitely. Shout out to the boss, man.
Shout out to the big boss, man. He's putting other artists, even though he's an artist himself and has been for a long time, he's selfless.
Facts.
He's putting other people in a position to win. How did that situation come about?
Shout out to his little cousin, Mondo. Yeah. We grew up together. I was on the West Coast, and like I said, my mama had called me, and Love and Hip Hop was hot. So she was like, yo, you watching Love and Hip Hop? And I don't think I had watched it yet. I'm like, nah. She like, go watch this episode and call me back. And I'm and I called her back. I'm like, oh, that's Mom walking with Scrap. That's crazy. And growing up, he always used to say like, yo, that's my cousin. That's my cousin. Yeah. I'm like, I didn't not care or care. I'm like, you know, we was dogs. He was my little brother, best friend. So we was always together. So when I finally came back to the A, he literally just bought me. He was like, the first night, he was like, you want to go out with me and my cousin Scrap? I'm like, Scrap. He was like, yeah, Scrappy. I'm like, oh, yeah, that's cool. And we came out. We kicked it. And I just used to be with mine all the time. So he seen me. I had a home studio. He seen me pushing mine. Like, hey, let's go. Like, Scrap telling you to rap. Like, what we got to do, let's record it. Let's show him we doing it. He was like, man, you working, man. It's like, work for yourself, too. Make sure you working, too. And I was like, okay, cool. And
that's that boss talk right there.
I just kept working. And one day we was riding. I remember telling him, I'm like, man, I think I like the managing thing, bro. I'm like, I think I want to be a manager. Like, you start that. Because he was talking about starting a label. I'm like, if you start the label, bro, like, I might want to get an executive position in like A&R or something. He looked at me. He was like, nah, now you ready. And then he just gave me the contract. And
I love it.
Yeah, and then we just been rocking, man. It's been like a dream come true. Everything just been crazy, fast paced. That's why it's like I said, shout out to Chew You Dig. That's why I learned just tunnel vision, man, because you can get caught up in it. Yeah. Because I've done some amazing things, but it's like it's a lot more work to be done. Like you said, Scrap been doing this a long time. To see him just do it and do it and do it. Yeah. I know it's possible, but I'm looking. I'm seeing like how hard it is. I'm seeing the work it takes.
Absolutely.
I'm getting to see it firsthand. Not too many people are running around with who they assigned with. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So it's just a blessing. Like I said, so shout out to Scrap, man. You already know.
Facts, man. Since you've been working with him, he is a boss. And I remember when I first moved here, I used to do a lot of work at Hot Beats, and he was over there working a lot. You know what I'm saying? That's how we connected. But what's the most powerful thing that he's either told you or showed you since you started working with him? Probably a lot, but give me one. Because I always have big examples that my OG tells me.
Yeah, the most powerful thing I would say is God.
Yeah.
He never take credit for nothing.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Love it.
He say he just doing God's work. So, I mean, I'm not a super religious person, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. He know that. So but he brought me back, to the word. It's powers in them words.
Yes.
Since I've been reading and like I said, trying to find purpose and stuff like that. He's definitely been a big motivation and a part of that. Absolutely. So it's like that's been my biggest thing. I see him keep the faith. I see him go through some of the darkest times. So I just watch what keeps him centered when everything going crazy around him. Yeah. And I'm like, it's definitely power in that. So he just showed me, keep the faith, do the work.
Absolutely. That man above don't never fail us at all. Like,
that got to be the most biggest one right there, because that's what he lived by.
And we have to be okay with talking about it and being transparent about it, not caring if people judge us because of that. Like, before I moved here, I got saved. I was like, I kind of want to cleanse myself and move into a new city with a fresh start. And I'll tell you, like, I've kept that ever since. I don't go to church every Sunday, but I talk to God every day.
Facts.
First thing I do when I get up in the morning is I thank you, God, for waking me up and let me see another day.
Facts.
What is the first thing that you do when you wake up in the morning?
The first thing I do when I wake up in the morning is really the same thing. Be thankful. You know what I'm saying? Kiss the kids. But I also got a book that I read. It's a book for a different scripture for every day of the year.
Oh, that's dope. What is it? Can you don't have to tell me now, but share it with me.
Definitely. I do need to get the name of that book.
Yeah, share it with me when you get a chance. I would be interested.
And that's what, like I said, I had the book for a minute. Scrap led me to it. And I try to catch every day, but on January, this gonna be the year I catch every day.
Every day, yeah.
So I done caught most of the days this year because I just got back into it. But I'm excited to be able to catch every day because, like I said, I read it and it just be amazing because it's like it matches up with everything that's going on. Like,
yeah.
And it helped. Like I said, it just helped keep me centered. You know what I'm saying? Like,
absolutely. I'm a believer. However we start our day is going to set the tone for the rest of the day. Like,
definitely.
Morning time, that's when we speak those positive affirmations.
Got to.
Every morning. And sometimes, like you said, we might miss it because we're busy. We got to get up and run to an appointment or something. But as much as we can, wake up and talk to God and speak them positive affirmations to set the tone for the day. And then at the end of the night, before you go to bed, release that. Don't take none of that negative stuff that may have happened in your day to bed with you.
Thanks.
You know, because that stays on our subconscious when we're asleep. You know what I'm saying?
Thanks.
Most definitely. When you first started releasing music, take us back to that time and period. Like, how long ago was that when you first started putting music on the actual digital platforms?
Oh man,
been a minute.
Yeah, Dat Piff.
shout out to A-Locks over at Dat Piff, man.
Yeah, my mixtapes. Yeah, man. Oh, it was beautiful because that was that raw young passion. I was excited. I'm like, oh, my music going out.
Yeah,
I had the home studio. I was going crazy. Like, and I was just I tell my wife, I was just talking to Frankie about it. I got to get back to that D because I had got so caught up in trying to make a hit. That was back then. That's when I was just having fun, like Pee Wee. You know, you just press record, go in, and just go crazy. So it was a dope time. It definitely got me prepared for here. Cause like I said, in hindsight, you look back on stuff and you realize that you was just training. So now, like I said, now that I'm finding my purpose, centering myself and stuff like that. The peace coming back, having more fun with it is just like I be telling people, the music easy when you really make music. That's the easy part. So it's like I said, when you get caught up in trying to make a hit, that's when you watching what you recording about, watching that. And like I said, I was just talking to my homegirl Frankie. I'm just going back to being vulnerable with it. Like, there's so many people out there, like you said, if you talk about it and don't hide from it, you don't ever know who you can touch, who need to hear your message.
Absolutely.
So that time, I was just vulnerable. I was happy it was raw. So that's definitely what I'm getting back to, the rawness of the music. Like, that's what people missing. People think raw mean gangster or guns.
Not at all.
Raw means just everybody going through something. You know what I'm saying? If you say what you're going through, you never know who can just turn that on and be like, "Dang, he's speaking for me. I appreciate that."
Yeah, absolutely. You don't never want to lose that fun part. I think, like you said, oftentimes artists are too hard on themselves, trying to make that hit record. Just make the music that brings happiness to you, to your heart.
Facts.
And keep putting them out there because eventually one of them's gonna stick.
Facts.
I think when you overthink stuff, that's when some anxiety can come into play.
Facts.
You start losing your fuel and your fire and your passion for it.
Yeah.
Like you said, take it back to now you understand the business. You got that part out the way. Take it back to having fun with it, man.
Facts.
You don't never want to lose that.
Facts.
Right now, what would be a piece of advice that you would offer any young artist that's just getting started in this music business? Drop a gem on them.
Man, if you just getting started, this number became one of my favorite things when I'm asked in the interview. Just take the time, look in the mirror, and really ask yourself if this is what you want to do. And just really ask yourself, like, if you could do anything else, would you be doing that? And if music ain't all you want to do, don't do it. It's hard. It's stressful. It's everything that if you make it, you know it is. Just like mansions can come, diamonds can come, the greatest fame is yin and yang. So if you don't make it, it's, you know what I'm saying, the higher you go, the harder you fall. So if you really want to do this, just know what you're doing it for. Because if you get caught up in it, it can eat you alive. that's with anything though. So if you definitely want to do music, I would just say ask yourself, do you really want to do music? Because you got to do it. It's not just recording. You know what I'm saying? Learning the business, doing the work is what it is. So you have to really want to do this. Like, everybody been doing it for a long time, man. Like I said, you might not make it as a rapper.
Right.
But you might make it in the music.
Yeah.
So if you want to do it, just do it. And like I said, 95% is showing up. Be music. Do music. You can't be a trapper and say you're a rapper. Your customers know you as a trapper.
Yeah.
That's why they're not supporting your music. I was everything. I'm known a lot of places, but I had to rebrand myself so everybody would take me serious and know I just do music. That's all I do. I'm an artist. If it ain't music, don't involve me in it. It takes time for people to respect you on that. Your family know when you need to borrow $20. They know the different things, the ins and outs, so they're not trying to go buy a record hearing you talking about driving a foreign car. So you have to make people believe, bro, and it's not a bad thing, but it's making yourself believe. So again, just ask yourself if this is what you really want to do. You know, believe that answer and stand on it.
Man, that was deep. That right there was even a better answer than I was looking for.
I appreciate it.
Because that's true. People oftentimes don't realize what they're getting themselves into in this music industry, because for a lot of what we do, there's not schooling for it. We have to watch YouTube videos. We got to hang around the OGs. Like, we can't go to college for a lot of the stuff. Now, if you want to be an engineer and stuff like that, but just a lot of this music business is learned along our journey and along our way.
Even if you go to school for it, she's telling you the other side of the conversation. This is about relationships.
Yes.
You can't just come in with a bag and think you're going to go nowhere. Gatekeepers are real.
No, for real.
It's just like in NBA, anybody, nobody's going to let you just come in and be. It don't work like that. People have put in their life for this. So you got to come in, respect the hierarchy, put in your work. I've been watching her for a long time. I love this platform. I've been praying to come on here. You got to do the work. You got to know where to come. And you got to know your worth. You can't think you're going to end up somewhere, industry's most wanted, by not being the industry's most wanted. If the industry don't know you, you won't end up here.
Period.
You got to go around industry people. That's not just music reviews. That's not just this. You have to put in the work, be seen. Get out there, be seen. And it's about relationships, man. If you don't have the relationships, it don't matter. You can go win a lottery and walk in the studio and make the best record ever. If you don't know who to go service it to, if you don't know who to help, you need marketing. If you don't know where to go, and go to the right people who are going to have a good interest, they're just going to take your money and be like, yeah, we marketed it, but, I mean, you said you wanted to market it. We just marketed it like this. Like, you got to know and relate. That only comes from relationships. That's it.
Relationships will put you in places that money cannot. Period. Like,
Thanks.
a lot of artists feel like because they got a bag, they got street money or whatever, that they can buy their way into this. Doesn't work. Like you said, there's gatekeepers. And attitude has a lot to do with it.
Facts.
If there's I've actually turned down working with artists because their attitude sucks. Like, they're so arrogant. I don't want that type of energy around me. Right. I don't care how much money you got. They ain't fixing to stress me out.
People can't be both.
Nah, absolutely. And me moving here, it's been 10 years now. I learned quickly about building them relationships, because when I moved here, I only knew a handful of people. But along my way, I built them relationships and let people know, hey, I'm here for a purpose.
Facts.
I'm not here clout chasing or culture vulturing. This is what I love, man. I had to prove myself. I actually posted a video about it on my Instagram a couple days ago, how I did so many free interviews when I first started.
Facts.
When I moved to Atlanta, I was charging these independent artists like $25 to sit down with me because I didn't know nobody.
Facts.
Now it's like, okay, I've leveled up. I got my own spot. It took me 12 years to get here, though.
Facts.
Didn't happen overnight.
Facts.
We are not an overnight success, right?
It might look like it. It might look, everybody, that's a part of the game, making it look good. You know what I'm saying? But it's definitely not overnight. It can happen overnight, but it won't happen overnight.
Rarely.
You know what I'm saying?
Let me ask you this. I think people like you and I who do this and we are good at what we do, we make it look very easy, and that leads some people to thinking that they can do it too. Do you agree with that?
No, facts. That's definitely, and like you said, that come with being an open book.
Yeah.
'Cause like I said, I give you the blueprint, but like, I know I work.
Yeah.
It's not too many people who finna outwork me, so I'm not scared about it. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, we work, man. It's like you know, they could try, but
nah, for real. Often imitated, but never duplicated.
It's not easy. That's what I'm saying. It's definitely not easy, and that's why I be like, if you could do it, you would. You know what I'm saying? If I could play like Michael Jordan, I would.
Nah,
you know
for real.
If I had that passion, I would do it. I know what it's like. I said, it's about knowing yourself. I know what I can do.
Yeah.
And I know I can do anything I want to do.
Yes.
But I'm not crazy enough to try to do everything. That's stressing myself thin. For what? It's other people that's actually made to do this. And if I can get behind them and help them get there, that helps. That helped me out too.
Absolutely.
Helping others don't take from you. So it's like
100%. It don't. It enhances you.
Fact. Everybody want to be the one who doing it.
Yeah.
And I really like I said, I'd rather. I mean, I could be a helping hand. I don't be tripping.
Absolutely. Let's switch gears for a second. Talk about your hair journey. How long you been growing your hair?
My hair. What? How long it's been? I started.
Turn to the side so they can see it. Look that way.
Yeah, I've been going.
Yeah.
I've been growing my hair since 2013. So
okay.
Yeah, about 10 years. 10 years.
I like the colors and stuff too. What made you decide you wanted to grow it? What does it mean to you?
Well, my hair is my energy.
Yeah.
I started doing research on hair, and
you have a chakra
like,
here.
Yeah, it's like, but also your hairs on your arms stand up, like when paranormal activities happen and stuff like that. Your hair actually, I'm trying to word it how I learned. It's like
it's energy.
But you see how cat hair stand up or dog hair stand up. Our hair senses stuff that we don't know. We just think it's hair, but it's not.
Right.
So it's like I just learned like. I don't know. I feel like we go against a lot of unnatural things. Like I get we got to groom and be cool, but a lot of stuff I feel like the purpose. It's a purpose for your hair. You know what I'm saying?
No, for real. That's why I asked.
So it's like I just be wanting to make sure I'm doing right by my body and stuff. So
yeah.
Once I grew it out, I just felt like, you know, it fit me. And then I learned about locks and stuff, about energy and the culture of them. So
yeah.
I just felt like it fit me. And it's just been what it is.
Absolutely.
Since.
No, I love it. That is really dope. Musically, what are you working on right now? And what is the current single that people can go check out? I know you're, constantly putting new music out and doing your thing, but like, what's the most recent single that you're really putting your energy behind?
Well, Now the Game is out right now. That's the single off the first single with the label. So that's out everywhere. The video is out.
Okay.
I also just dropped a track called Break a B. You know what I'm saying? So that's out with my little brother, LAME. The video is also out too.
Dope.
I'm working on a collab project with Frankie Lou.
Okay, we got to get her to sit over here soon.
Definitely. And we the committee's coming with Scrap dropping all our. We doing solo tapes and a collaboration tape.
That is dope. I love that. I love that.
That's coming real soon.
Real quickly, let me ask you, on that collaboration tape, is it going to be all original production, or are you guys going to do like a little jacking for beats type situation? Because I like those type of projects.
No, we're gonna do a project jacking for beats because we trying to bring back we with all the DJs. We trying to bring back the mixtape.
Yeah, please, I love that.
But I know on the compilation, the TCE actually tape. I think it's all
original production.
You know, shout out to 3GB Cooking. You know what I'm saying? Neutron. A few other producers, but yeah, we got some heat coming.
Heat coming. So that's something that they'll be kicking off probably early part of 2024.
Yeah, definitely. Well, yeah, because we got the single out, Going Up, Swift Player, Lil Scrappy and me.
Okay.
That's his other artists on the label. So yeah, we working, definitely.
That's dope. So we are wrapping up 2023.
Yes.
Headed into 2024. 2 questions I got. What's been your biggest accomplishment this year? And it could be life, business, whatever.
Oh man, to me, opening my eyes. I feel like I found a new level of maturity, peace.
Love it.
Just like I said, just ready for 20. Just tunnel vision. Like I've been telling people, I'm already in 24. I just love the work, and I'm feeling like I'm stepping more and more into my purpose. So that's been dope because the accomplishment, like you said, it's been 50 years of hip hop. So we've been some of everywhere. We done did some of everything. I've been rocking shows. My brand been going up alongside with the committee, Scrap, all my team working. You know what I'm saying? Like the accomplishment is just like I said, just being able to do it. So I'm just definitely blessed.
Absolutely.
I'm grateful and just
right.
looking forward. You know what I'm saying?
I can tell your energy is great. And we have to think about that stuff because a lot of times we see the good in what other people do, but we got to be a little selfish from time to time and see the good in what we do. Love on ourselves. Treat ourselves. You know what I'm saying? Like if you want something new, that's a fire jacket you got on, by the way.
Shout out to Al Capone.
That thing is fire. You might not leave here with it. But going into 2024, man, when the new year rings in, how you bringing the new year in? Midnight going into 2024. What do you got planned?
I know we definitely gonna be working.
Yeah.
I don't know if we got booked yet, but we gonna be working. And if just so happen I'm not doing nothing, I would love to bring it in the studio working.
Yeah.
As long as I'm working, I'll be good.
Yeah.
In studio, I can still bring my babies. You know, we can go do some little fireworks outside.
Yeah.
But as long as we working, or if we not working, as long as I'm with the people I love, we vibing. That's just, cause like I said, I'm always thinking and working in my head, so that's cool. But as long as just, like I said, it ain't even about it. Cause I'm already in 24. Like we already working.
Just waiting for the calendar to catch up.
Yeah, we working. I ain't really stunned with everybody else stunned, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to, like I said, I'm really trying to lock in for that year to get the life I want for the rest of my life. So
there you go. I think it's important when we go into a new year, our objective and focus needs to be to outdo what we did the previous year.
Facts.
We are only in competition with ourselves, right?
Facts.
So DeDaProblem got to outdo what you did this year, next year.
Facts.
And like you said, you're already there.
Facts.
Waiting on that calendar to catch up. I'm loving it.
And just imagine that. That's why, just like I said, that's why you got to ask yourself, do you want to do that?
Man.
Listen to what she said. I got to outdo myself. Listen to that pressure.
Yes.
Everything I did this year. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, man, like I said, it could eat you alive. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
You gotta stay ahead. Like if you swimming in the ocean, you don't just stop and start floating around and playing because you got to find some land. You know what I'm saying?
For real, you got an objective.
You got to keep going. So yeah, man.
Like you said, tunnel vision.
Facts.
And that's the key because in this music industry, and this goes for all the young artists just coming in, there are so many distractions.
Facts.
Money, women, jewelry, like you said, the fancy cars. People only focus on that. It needs to be so much bigger than that. Like my OG, Bigger, I always point this way because his room's over there. Bigger told me when we first got in this music industry, I remember we were at IHOP after a 2 Chainz show, and he took me outside and he said, if you get in this business for the money, which a lot of people do because they think they're going to make that money quick. Mm-hmm. You're going to be real disappointed because the money ain't always going to be there.
Facts.
You and I know that.
Facts.
We do a lot of free stuff along our journey, right?
Facts.
But he said if you get into it for the love of it, the money's going to come.
Facts.
And I'm so glad he told me that early on because it really, like, I've kept that, like, on the forefront of everything I do.
Facts. And that's the truth. Rich Dad, Poor Dad. If you haven't read that book, go read that book because, I mean, the rich don't work for money.
No, exactly.
Money work for them, so, you know.
Knowledge is power, man.
Facts.
Well, listen, I appreciate you being here and sharing your journey.
I appreciate you.
You like an open book. Do you think you'll ever get into, like, writing? Maybe writing a book?
Yeah, we doing the books, the documentaries. We coming. Hey,
I love it.
We coming with it all, definitely.
That's what I'm talking about. One more question before we give out your social media. Do you write your music? Do you get in the studio and freestyle? How does it come together?
No, I definitely write. I'm a freestyler, but what people don't understand about freestyling, it don't not make it a freestyle because you write it down.
Right.
I mean, I came up with it right then and there.
Yeah.
So it's like I pre-write stuff, but most of the time I come up with it right then and there, and then I write it so it could sound. Because, you know, if you freestyling and you don't even care to try to go back and clean it up, because if you think you can't say, I freestyled it in 10 minutes, that you didn't freestyle it. Like, no, I literally freestyled and I just went back and cleaned it up. I made sure I'm not slurring. I made sure I wasn't taking no deep breaths. It's still a freestyle. I still came up with it right then and there. And I had to remember it to rewrite it. So I write, but I like poetry and stuff like that. So I definitely, like I said, I'm getting back into reading. So I definitely want to get back into writing. I know I was dope at like short stories and stuff when I was in school. So I'm definitely looking into all that because, like I said, shout out to Frankie Lou. She done put me in some movies.
I love it. Okay, got your acting career popping.
So now I want to do some scripts. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's dope.
Reading and writing, does that help you with your mental?
Definitely.
It's like a mental therapy for you?
Yeah. See, like I said, I got ADHD, so I took some medication when I was young that kind of, I wouldn't say it messed me up, but I went me. So when I got off of it, I had to kind of get back to me a little bit.
Right.
And, I just try to stimulate my brain a lot. My mind be in a lot of different places. So when I have multiple things to focus on, then it's not jumbled up there. So I just try to, and positive things. I learned I could try to have multiple things, but then that go bad if it's not thinking about the right stuff. So
absolutely.
Definitely. So books.
Yes.
Books and writing definitely helps.
Thank you for sharing that too, because I think a lot of people go through that. I get super scatterbrained because I be trying to do so many things to the point where I'll forget stuff because I'm trying to do too much, and then I got to take a step back, like you said, and be like, okay, let me get this done, then move on to the next one. Everybody's different in how they operate and actually function in society, right? Sounds like you and I are a lot on the same page. Well, again, I appreciate you being here.
I appreciate you.
Absolutely.
This is dope.
Before we give out your social media, is there anything else that you have on your radar that people need to be in tune with?
Man, just the whole gang, go follow Big Dog at Real Lil Scrappy, the president of the label.
Yep.
Manager Chew Your Dig at Chew Your Dig, it's the committee one. Just if you follow the whole gang, that's really what, like I said, Scrap a blessing. He moving us around, so you see him, you most likely to see all of us. We doing it's a team, you know what I'm saying? So just follow everybody. Frankie Lou, you can follow her at Frankie Lou. Frankie with 2 E's, LU. But man, that's the game. That's what I'm running with. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gonna see it. We putting it in everybody's face. Like the work finna speak. It really ain't too much. That's why I like coming to do interviews. This when you gonna hear me talk, because I done been talking a lot and try to tell y'all. So it's like God want me to stop talking and doing, so it's like a lot of action. 24.
For real. I think this right here, what you and I are doing, is one of the most pivotal parts of an artist's career. People want to know you. And you have to be okay with being transparent. So again, I appreciate you coming on here and being so transparent about your journey and your story. Where can people keep up with you, like on whether it be YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, whatever you're using?
Oh yeah, at DeDaProblem, DeDaProblem, all one word on everything. You know what I'm saying? So follow me. Like I said, follow the gang. Swift Player. You know what I'm saying? That Scrap other artists on the label. Follow everybody, man. Because like I said, support. You never know, you know what I'm saying? You want the same support you want, you just give others, it costs nothing. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't rocking with it, I respect that. And that's I get it. But, give it a chance. And if you rocking with it, support us, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, we trying to do this for the home team.
Yeah.
I want to bring Atlanta back, you know what I'm saying?
Please.
I want to bring Atlanta back. We need the dance floors. We need to dance, and we need to make women feel comfortable again. So let's bring the city back, have some fun, man. That's what the committee music about.
I love it. I love that. I love everything that you stand for, you and your entire team, man. I know you've mentioned a lot of people throughout this conversation. Is there anybody you want to give their flowers to? I know Scrappy's obviously one. Frankie Lou over here, the beauty. Anybody you want to shout out to, give them their flowers right now.
Yeah, like I said, man, Chew You Dig, he's a big part in keeping my head on straight in this. Definitely my wife. Shout out to Kid, my beautiful kids.
Yeah.
Mon Dukes, been with me all along the way. That's V Jones Management, you know what I'm saying? So, my whole family, pops, little bro, everybody that support D, man. You support me, I support you, and I appreciate it. Shout out to you, you know what I'm saying, for having me.
Of course, man. So, boom.
This is dope, and shout out to y'all, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, hey, man, this is who I do it for, you know what I'm saying? Like, when you really start doing it, like I said, I'm a giver, so I want to give y'all what y'all want. Tap in, hit the comments, let us know what we can do for y'all, what y'all want to hear from the artists, what y'all trying to see, So, I appreciate it all, man. Shout out to the big man upstairs, Hey, it's a blessing for everything.
One more person, man. Shout out to yourself.
I appreciate it.
Shout out to yourself, man, for being so dope.
I appreciate it.
And I can tell that it's genuine.
Nah, yeah, of course, yeah. I mean, like I said, I'm just blessed,
Yeah.
And even here, like I said, you go different places. Like I said, I watched this. I've been on. I've seen artists come through here and like, oh damn, they made it up there. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, shout out to you, Ranker. Like this is dope, man.
Facts.
Like, what you do for the culture, like I appreciate you. Like I said, you've been putting a spotlight on people.
Yeah,
like,
it's bigger than me. It's not about me. It's way bigger than me.
And that's why it happens. Like you said, it's just you can tell it's genuine. it's dope. I got butterflies. I'm just happy. Like this is dope, right?
Well,
now.
we're gonna bring you back in maybe 6 months or so, like midway through next year, so we could talk about what you've already, saying. So plan to see him again, and Frankie Lou too.
Yeah, Miss Lou coming up here.
Yeah, that beauty needs to be sitting over there, most definitely. Got one more question. Last but not least, we're live.
Okay.
Industry's most wanted, right? Big Industry's most wanted.
The biggest industry most wanted.
The biggest, man. You gotta tell everybody what makes you the industry's most wanted.
Hey man, I'm a problem, you know what I'm saying? They don't, you know what I'm saying? They don't like elevation, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I ain't here to hold nobody back. If you trying to come up, I know everybody can't go, everybody won't go, but if you trying to go, tap in, you know what I'm saying? Like, we ain't holding no secret back. We ain't trying to down nobody. And that's a problem for people, you know what I'm saying? Genuine is a problem for people.
Yes.
So when I say a problem, like I said, you ain't got to think nothing about no tough guy. I'm here to find solutions, you know what I'm saying? And that's a problem to people. People want chaos. People want the BS, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I want elevation. I want my people to come together. I want us back, you know what I'm saying? So that's what makes me the industry most wanted. They trying to get me up out of here, you know what I'm saying?
Love it. Well, thank you for being here. It's a blessing. We up out of here, y'all.
Hey.
I be hanging around some killer bosses and some big OGs. They was playing, none got caught up in some shit they don't even mean.